Alright, chat, before we get too far into things. Alright, chat, before we get too far into things. I have a baby on the way. So, the long... Here, let me... Hold on. Before we get very far... Very much farther. Okay. Oh, I use the same thumb. Nah, I'm a fucking trash human being. Whatever. Can we? I didn't... God, posting to social media is so hard. There. God, I'm terrible at this. I'm so terrible. Wait. Hold on. Okay, that's still good. That's still good. That's still good. Turn this off. Okay. So before we get too far, chat, the wife has been given a date for induction. So what's going to happen is at midnight tonight, we are going to the hospital. She will be put on antibiotics for basically overnight. She'll be put on antibiotics overnight. And then 7:30 Sunday morning, she will be induced, and we will be on our way to little baby Desari. So come here in a couple of days. I shall be the proud papa of a new baby. So let me take a drink of my. Let me take a drink of my coffee, and then we will be on our way. We want to get this done before baby. All right, here we go. Let's try and do this. I don't know how close we are, but our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Step inside and have Ophaline take you to the medial circuit. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Seems like my volume in my headphones is really low. There we go. I've sent your associates ahead to the Logisticon Alpha, on the other side of the Muriel Ergonomics. Actually, there is something I have been meaning to... No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. That was weird. Okay. Whoops. Hold up. I feel like there's an easier way to get down there. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay. I thought I was just going to the Aetheryte for some reason. I watched a few of Lucy Pyre's videos here recently. She has 31,000 subscribers in a matter of 2 months. I wonder if it's because of like the fact that she's a VTuber. I wonder if that's because like VTubers got really popular. So I wonder if they, I mean, along with her kind of her like funny videos and her little quirky quips and stuff like that, she actually does make some pretty decent content. Like, I enjoy watching her videos. She says she says a lot that she's like cringe, and I didn't really think so. Like, I thought some of her stuff was actually pretty funny, so she seems like she's pretty self-conscious about like being good enough, and I think she's doing good enough. And so I watched her Q&A video, and her and I share a lot in common. We share a lot in common. I think it would be cool if her and I could get to hang out. Talk, just not like we don't have to play anything together, but just like talk anime and stuff. Talk anime and music and just hang out. That'd be cool. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Blech. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about this? Why, father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I had been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. 'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean guardians of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the smooth surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. But the Loporrits gave him that info. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus, but that is not all. It is also a testing ground for technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to live where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the great exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of your trust. Your trust. I can speak today. I promise. I know how to speak English. Then let us proceed. Oh god, that fan is really loud. Hang on. My mic is picking it up pretty hard. To be completely fair, I wanted to turn that off anyway because it was actually kind of loud. Or cold. Not loud, cold. Hang on. Do that. I need to fucking tape this bitch. Ah! Bend, motherfucker. Oh, I hate this. Okay. I think that's all you get, chat. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Trying to improve the shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. Fucking right we are. Is that a player? That's a nice dress. Nice outfit. Really cool. Anyway. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Dankol. I'm not. Nope. After whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Oh. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, okay, I could have just jumped off there. I wasn't understanding how things were situated. Me. Oh, I'm 88. I'm actually higher than my roommate. Thought my roommate was higher level than me. Do I have anything in my junk? An engineering manual. That was for my... Okay.
Could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! we'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Ether Burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
Huh.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Ether Burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Ether Burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Okay. Whoa.
Hast thou consulted with the Loporrits?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Ah. My phone. Not. No, please don't. Hold up. I'm sorry. Here. Okay. Oh, I have a new follower on TikTok. Is it another bot account? I've been getting a lot of those. I'm pretty sure I've just been followed by a shit ton of bot accounts. Okay, anyway.
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Huh. Dalamud? You mean like the big red piece of garbage that's sitting on a part of the moon?
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
That's a good point.
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive cores from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need.
You mean the Ragnarok class internment hulks that keep Bahamut binded? Or bound? Or did keep Bahamut bound?
According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
The White Raven's ghost. It haunts me.
Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... Well... Best put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship.
Wait, are they talking about the sacred relics that the Kojin had to summon that summoned Susano?
I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Sharlayan before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
really don't like that gunblade I have. I would like another one, please. Actually, I'll just glamour it. I don't know why I do that. I don't like the way this thing looks. Okay, then it doesn't have to look that way. Gas glamour. I have the emerald saw back. No. No. Yeah, I'll just do this blazers off. Ta-da. There, it's my relic now. Bunny Boy in Amaryk's clothes? What the... Interesting. It sounds like these were reminded of how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much in a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? Hehe. That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I'll leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Wait, didn't I just get a new chest gear? I feel like I just did. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah. All the potatoes.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan Make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Theurgeist, we have need of your stone torches.
Pulling out all the stops.
They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Ul'dah will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Hell yeah. Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud, oh, we're just seeing everybody rally the rally their forces. Damn, those serpents' weapons do look really cool.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
Lise
None of the
Hext.
shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk.
I don't think I knew that was her last name. It's really cool though.
So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiencies so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalymo.
Oof. Big oof. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Meanwhile, in Korthus. Oh, this is Iskard. Oh, go get him.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Ah. Rip. Poor Chiffon's death didn't really get me that much. Like a lot of people it did, but it just didn't really with me.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Yeah, trying to determine where the fuck that came from. Because that dragon sounds pissed. Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Siriu? Although our friends are searching for refined adamantite and secret relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, there else we might be of service. You've done enough. You've done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allagan tech. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. Ha! If only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established a report? Oh yeah. Why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. And, if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for adamantine. Truth. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you've a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlene Hamlet is lousy with research and scholarly tasks, busy themselves preparing for the Exodus. That lot'll need all the help they can get. God, that accent comes way too easy for me. Well then, off we go. Then again, I'm in the Midwest, so I mean, what is that? It's like glowing on the shoulders? Augmented Wolfram Cuirass? Or is it Scion Traveler's Gloves? Try it on me. Yeah, it's the... That's really cool. Alright, where are we going? No job too small. Charlene Hamlet. The Archeon. Where the fuck am I? Ween, ween. Oh. I know that they're right there, but I want to grab this aetheryte really fast. Okay, and I want to... This Krondite top offending. No. I really like this armor set. And it'll look nice enough until I get my level 90. Can't wait for that. My level 90 deer. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholar Montaigne mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. Can I jump that? No? I can go around that. Me. Helping with the Ark, even with all the power Master Kukul's managed to squeeze out of the Ether Burner, it's not enough, apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horde creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying and there will be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Stick with the plan. Believe in the plan. The plan will see us through to the end. I don't know about that. Oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the Ether Burner? Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill at that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duties, checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is. What with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Forshno and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? No? On the back here then? Bingo. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to recognize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly a list of things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose to be our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. Why, I'd rather prefer something small and fluffy, like a beheaded rabbit that ran by. Well, you'll get your wish, lady. Okay. There is a froggy boy. I want to pick up this, a veterinarian. Pick this up. Living way. Fancy meeting you here. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which is quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is the Theris itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready? I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around. Or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Urianger and your good self. Since you're both out dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? No, it will not. A tour of Labyrinthos? An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrows, 'Twould be in our best interest to have Loporrits acquaint themselves with these conditions deemed optimal by their Charlene collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to No! What a marvelous idea! Might we begin with the great big what's-it over yonder? Oh yes, the what's-it. I shall leave the explanation to you, hero. Fuck off, you asshole. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct your attention to its most important features? What am I searching? Observe the mushroom-like thing. I bet you that's a water tank. They look like the trees in the greatest Ensvale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top, quite tall for something so unbalanced too. Now it makes sense, that's where they store water. Is that the water I hear from inside that great big tube? It must be because of the cogs and gigantic wheels at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside, too. Hey, look, water. It's a little hard to see from here, but is that golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through the window another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this must be purifying water drawn up from below. Ta-da! Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before getting distributed elsewhere. Am I right? I knew it. A design brilliant in its own simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Loporrits, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, the people of Etheria sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Yeah, many settlements in Thanline are built near an oasis. So wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on far more than we'd anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order, once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logisticon Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporrits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Ah yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of the Charlene Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? Keep yawning. A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice that the many dangerous-looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of this settlement. Were we not escorted here by the burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator in the aforementioned big nasty teeth, leopards may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in the safe passage? For my part, I shall act as escort to Living Way and Cooking Way, and I entrust Singing Way and Growing Way to you. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. It's all the same to you. I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, Growing Way. Water extraction, what's it? I'm going to have to fight something, because that's how this works. Call it. Called it. Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction what's-it is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt into a crisp if that's all the same to you. Hola, motherfucker. Oh, this is for another thing. Well. Grrr. There, eat this. Ta-da. It was on the way, might as well. Nope. I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift's top. Pray, follow me. We just got down here though, Ryonji. Come on, man. And we have to wait for the frickin' adamantine to get here? I'd rather go help him find adamantine. Marvelous, simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Aetherius just so happened to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Oh, 3 jaded. Played out. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about the nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at the Mariel Agronomics. As I imagine, Singing Way and the others intend to study every convenience facet of this apparatus. Yeah. Wouldst thou be so kind to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully, I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Urianger was telling me about. Everything is incredibly vivid, if a little bit too verbose. Descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Aetheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there's still time. Let us brook no further delay. Wait, I can mount up here. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruits and vegetables featured in Compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crop without permission are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with some few samples. I'm pretty sure he just referenced Peter Rabbit, which is awesome. What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all been asked to find ways to do what we do down here, up there. First on the moon, then in whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden and so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting on the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it is all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in the new environment. So many species are doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourself. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So where to begin? Ah yes, he wants to partake of the grapes. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they're as delicious as they look. So sweet and so sour. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot. And yet, the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. That certainly has given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than the philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? Meh. An expression of indifference, I assume. In all fairness, our compendium did note they valued more as an ingredient for spirituous beverages rather than a fruit for regular consumption. Anyway, that's enough about grapes. On to our next treat. Oh, is this the apple trees over here? Orange, but oh, okay. What came first, the color or the fruit? Who cares? Let's eat. That's good. Equal parts sweet and sour. As for the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urianger about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the word to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. It's all very complicated, you know. So many flavors and so many choices. And each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they are in my estimation. Let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in the field over there. That's wheat. Oh, the pumpkin. You want to try the pumpkin? Not sure what voice that is, but it's mine now. The color and texture, are these some sort of enormous round carrot? No, in any case, proper nomenclature is less than concerned in taste. Oh, my eyes are burning. It's so hard and flavorless, I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. But all but confirms it. There is nothing more misbegotten failures than masquerading as goofy carrots. Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it's broadened the range of ingredients so we may safely eat. Above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. Then perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder though if there's anything else more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Yellow fruit? Is it a mango? What a wonderful fragrance. With luck it'll have flavor to match. I have no idea how these are eaten. I'll just bite into it. Oh boy. My tongue, is this poison? A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like that? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Ugh, it may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, it's best to call the end of this round of samplings. Let's say our farewells and return to... He's just like, I'm just gonna bite it. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking? I'm rather enamored with grapes and oranges. Less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you guys to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one. So I'll give you this lemon muffin that I baked. If it doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, I'd be remiss to spurn this opportunity of... Oof, bit of sick came up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. This is delicious. Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it's a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at your disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving, and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make the most. But make them we must if we're to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know what Hydaelyn sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loporrites, were both born of the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn of the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly, and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable idea. 'Tis the paradox of immaculate carrot. Yet, civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the cost incurred of their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the Seven Hells are you on about, and who are you anyway? Cooking Way, at your service. I'm here to help prepare the trip for the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Aetheris' species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course, I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive, probably. Let's go and see if Urianger and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? That was the most enlightening. That was the most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffins. Actually, I was wondering, do you have any other places famed for their cuisine? Colonies killed makes in many ways very savages. Party says oodles of noodles. Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Aetheris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Hydaelyn's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Just sit back and let me do my job, okay? Sage Council. Hero, I trust thy time in Meryl agronomics did bear fruit. I hate it. Our own efforts, too, were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to the Sharlayan hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Loporrit here, should further questions within my power answer arise. Aw. Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport. I don't wanna walk. Plus, it's a loading screen for the lift operator, it's a loading screen for the teleport, and the teleport gets me there. Sigh. Yes, Hero, that is indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Aetheris at Logisticon Alpha, that's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all your forests like that? Gasp, I say. With the stars so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Thancred. Dadcred. How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit of the fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurried to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. We can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not, though aided with our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored to think that you would think me so capable. I'm not sure if I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the western plaza that looked to be in need of helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. 'Tis a good place as any. Can I help you? It is you who would help me? Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray, tell us thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of the decades of Charlian's ingenuity that's been built with peerless, elegant technology is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown into the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard the first voyage. But even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? If it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the ether burner's design was flawless too, and look at how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. I'm not sure about that, but, well... Maybe you could tell me if there are any suspects of the ship's design that... or aspects of the ship's design that we're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell, to regulate the environment, but what if that's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we left the star? Be funny. Gravitation. May I help you with this after all? Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of the great big cosmos rather than separate places. Blardy blardy blar, smart people stuff. I suspect both parties can find comfort in their conversation. Yes, if Thancred's tale is true, still others would benefit from the insights born of the experience. Might I prevail upon the Loporrits to attend? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Atheros, and to learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Hero, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek out 3 of the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is in hand. I shall wait for them here. Oh, I do look forward to that. A place for every Loporrit and every Loporrit in their place. Holy crow. Okay. I need to take a little nap. I'm literally falling asleep in my chair. So I'm gonna stop the stream and I'll come back to it later. Bye bye.